Alright guys, welcome to Zando Football. This will be my first video when it comes to Madden 21, and this video will be about attacking leverage. Now I hope you look forward to future ebooks that I plan on putting together. An ebook is basically a video series in which you go deep into the playbooks of specific playbooks and you break down plays, how to use the play, who to attack, and etc. I plan on putting those videos out sooner rather than later, and I have a website that I want to put up to where people can go there and see if they want to get them. Now this video is kind of like a preview to one of the playbooks I think I plan on attacking, and that's with the Chicago Bears offensive playbook. And it's a decent playbook because you can attack leverage pretty well with the playbook based upon the plays that they have in the playbook. Now, attacking leverage is something that you really couldn't do to a massive degree when it comes to previous Maddens, and that's due to the fact that Madden had it coded to where, like, if you threw like a wide receiver screen or a smoke route, the player would slow down after getting the ball and would, they would act like very sluggish into transitioning into running upfield. And all the time it takes for them to do that, it would be ample time for the defense to catch up to them in pursuit, and you would get like a no gain. Okay, that's not realistic. That's not real football. Okay, so they kind of fixed it. They kind of lessened the restriction of the movement when you throw players the football in screenplays, which now, because they did that, because they made it a little bit more realistic, it opened up an entire facet of the game that people wasn't able to explore in previous Maddens. And because of that, you're able to do things that I'm going to show you in this video. But that's the thing I hate about Madden. I know why they had in previous Maddens to where players would be restricted when you throw them the ball on screens, because they were afraid of people abusing the system and finding like cheap ways of always getting positive gains and etc. Well, the solution to stopping some cheese in a game, I'm talking to the developers, isn't to just mask or throw a band-aid on the problem. Hey, let's make it to where, like with the quarterback contain, that's another example. We found a way where people were quarterback containing and getting sacks based off of the contain, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it to where the quarterback contain player doesn't, they did something funky with the player to where they don't act right when you quarterback contain. And because they threw a band-aid on that problem, now it opens up more problems, because I've noticed in games where I quarterback contain and they don't contain the quarterback at all. The quarterback can still just run around. Okay, instead of throwing a band-aid on the problem, what they should do is they should say, okay, what do actual football teams do to counter another team if another team was doing that to them? If a team was constantly throwing screens in the NFL, the opposing coach would do a specific action to deal with that, maybe a specific play, a specific alignment. So that's what you should implement in the game. You shouldn't just throw a bit, like, you shouldn't hamper the actual play that's working. You should figure out what actual teams do to deal with it. Okay, so but let's just get right into it. I'm already going on a tangent, and I tend to do that when I talk about Madden because they just get so many things wrong. All right. So here, obviously I'm the Packers. That's the team I've been rolling with. So right here, here's the beauty about trips. Trips formations, they put, where's my marker here? They put three players. It's not what I want. It's been a while. Okay, it's a 3-by-1 set. We got one receiver on this side. So what that does is it forces the defense to have to align in a certain way. And with the Chicago Bears playbook, I tend to come out in trips formations first. You see this is the first drive of the game here. I come out in trips formations first because I want to see how do you defend trips. Okay, and if you defend it improperly when it comes to, the numbers on the right side of the field here, then I will attack you over and over until you get it right. So if we look on this side of the field, we have three receivers, and look how many defenders he has over here. Two, right? Now, if this guy's bailing, it's almost as if we have one here. We have a 3-on-1 type of deal over here. So this is a gimme play. There's no one hovering over this player. He's uncovered. And, this receiver can just come up, block this guy, and you just take outside and we just throw the bubble screen. So, I mean, that's where I'm going on this play here. I don't even have to read the defense. I don't care if you're in cover two. Like, that's the beauty of football. If you're not aligned correctly, it doesn't matter what this player is doing. He could be playing, straight up hard flat if he wanted to. It doesn't matter. Okay. That's what I think a lot of people don't understand is just because you have a play call designed that should theoretically work against a specific route, it doesn't mean it will actually work if you're not aligned properly. There's a reason why if this guy was in cover two deep half, if he was aligned here pre-snap, well, now it makes it very hard for him to do his job properly because he's too far underneath, and he would have to fight to take back a load of amount of space that these wide receivers would be able to attack up the field. Okay, so there's a reason why cover two safeties align deep pre-snap. There's a reason why, linebackers align a certain way pre-snap. Alignment is very key in doing what you're supposed to do post-snap, but let's not get into that. So here, I really don't care what this linebacker is doing. He shouldn't be able to impact the throw, and same with this guy. So we're going to just run the play, throw the screen. And we pick up 5 yards. So 2nd and 5. So we keep it manageable. So right away I see, okay, now we'll see if he'll adjust. First of all, I make that play, I turn that into an audible. Because I always want to have it in my hands. If I come out and I see you're aligned like this, then I could just punt it. Look, he's doing it again. So we see here the same issue. Trips formation, we have 3 on this side of the field, and he only has 2 to defend. So we can draw up the same route. However, I look over here and look at all the space over here. So I call it trips, but we're on the right hash. So I should have had my trips on this side. So that was a mistake on my part if I wanted to do the same thing. However, with all of this space over here, I noticed that this corner is playing super deep off of my wide receiver, and the second defender in could in no way, shape, form, or fashion impact a quick throw to this player. So that's the beauty about them lessening the restriction of players post-snap when you throw them the ball quickly. Now we can utilize a hot route that you probably haven't used in 10 years playing Madden, and that's the smoke. So you'll see me do it here. Again, we're attacking leverage. There's a smoke, Davante Adams. Snap the ball, just immediately throw the ball. I think that's another 5 yards, first down. Now it's 4 yards. So 3rd and inches. So that's a positive play. So, we see this guy he's showing signs of having leverage issues. So we're just going to keep at it. Like here again, like easily look at the right side of the field. Now I want to pause it here. Now what Madden has wrong, it just, I'm sorry if it just pisses me off. If I were to take any starting quarterback in the league and have them come sit down where I'm sitting right here, and I were to show them this defense here, and I were to ask them, as a quarterback, what would be the best, who would you throw to on this play? I guarantee you every single one of them would be like this guy right here, easily. Why? This guy is far too inside to be able to impact a deep throw by this guy. His leverage is terrible, right? And some may think, well, what if he's fast? It doesn't matter because he would have to fight to get back to the outside. And by the time he get there, this receiver would be, even or above him, and all the receiver would have to do is stack him. If you're a slower receiver and you get past your man, you can just stack on top of them, and there's nothing that they can do. They can't control anything you do. All the quarterback would have to do is throw an outside shoulder ball. It would be a gimme touchdown or a big 30, 40, 50-yard gain. But in Madden, you really can't throw this because they have it to where, when you try to throw this, the cornerback almost like warps post snap, and he runs like Superman, and he's able to cover that. And the problem with that, the way Madden has it, is, well, why, if this corner can be inside, defend hard on inside routes by playing like this, and still play over the top and outside routes. So why not line up like this every single time, right? See, that's the problem. It's like, he's able to take away stuff to the inside and to the outside, which isn't right because it just would never work in real life. You will never in real life ever see an outside corner line like this, ever, because they would be, they know, well, I'm screwed on the outside here. My leverage is bad. So I'm just saying all that to tell you that you can't, if you're a football junkie and you know that you should be able to throw this ball, don't do it. I've thrown so many interceptions in the game because I see in a situation like this and I'm like, oh, this has got to be a touchdown. The leverage, you snap the ball and I try to throw it, and it's an interception. So don't throw that. So right here, I want to go here, but knowing the coding of the game and how incompetent the developers are, I just don't throw it. Okay, so now his leverage it's still bad. It's still bad, but he's able to get away with this leverage because of the game. So this is where I just stayed with the run. I think I audible to a run that has a screen involved in it. And you'll see post snap, I want you to watch this player. I still could have threw this screen. I just didn't like how he was a little bit too far inside for me to throw it, so I just ran the ball. You see, I could have threw it there. But we just pick up a first down, 3rd-and-1. All right. So again, leverage issue. Okay, so now you see what he did to this linebacker? He took him from in the box to outside the box. So now, see, that's the beauty of throwing screens and bubble screens to the outside. You soften the box. You keep the edge players, playing honest. Instead of you playing hard inside and adding a player in the box with the run, now you're kind of softening up to play more honest to the outside, which opens up the run here. I believe I went to a run here by seeing that. We'll see. If I didn't, I was stupid. No, I see. I went with this was a mistake. This was a mistake. So this is cover 3. So this guy's playing deep middle, and this guy's coming down in the box. And I believe our tight end was running on a seam, but I didn't see it. I saw it late, and I believe I ran out of the pocket and threw it outside. So we all make mistakes. I should have threw it right there. But I was late with it, ran out of the pocket, and just lived to play another down. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, just understand that, hey, I should have ran the ball there. So look, he kind of brought the linebacker out a little bit, but he's still, look at him, he's still out leveraged by this receiver here. So that's still a problem. And then, again, we can also throw a bubble screen out here, like a smoke screen. Imagine a play where this guy could come up and just block that guy, because this guy is too far inside. He wouldn't be able to impact the throw. So that's what I did. Yep. I hot routed that guy to a smoke. I probably should have put this guy on like a flat route, maybe a fade, to get him into a situation to where he's more in space to attack and block this guy. Just get in his way, just get in front of him, etc. So we snap, rocket it in there, climb upfield, 8 yards. So these screens are just an extension of the run. It forces the players inside to be more honest. So we see, look how he brought that second defender out now. Look how soft this box is now. He brought this guy out. He brought this guy out. So what does that do to the box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many blockers we got? We got 6, right? So you run the ball now. Right here, I should have cut back inside. I think I was trying to, but we still pick up, what, 6 yards on that run? So, look how we just meticulate. I don't even know if that's a word. We just like kind of trickle up the field. Um, and we're giving this guy a load of problems. Controlling the ball. So look, he brought his second defender in, he brought them out again. So now there's 5 in the box. So, that's the beauty of this run action in this play, in this playbook from Trips, is, it's a run, but we have, a screen designed in it to where, it forces the second defender in the box to be far more honest. If he's not honest, then we can punish him, and that's the whole point of the play. So now I should run it, and we do. And we pick up like, what, 14 yards? Look how we're just climbing up the field easily. And all we're doing on all of these plays, with the exception of one, is attacking leverage. That's it. I don't even have to read the defense he's in. I don't have to do any of that. Although I should still be doing that so I can know what he likes to do. So the play we have here, we can stay in this play. This flat player here, running to the flat, there's nothing this guy should be able to do to cover that. Although in Madden, he does kind of warp speed to get out there. I threw an interception one time doing this, and I was pissed. I was pissed. I almost want to throw my controller through the screen. So, I've learned that you kind of got to wait a little bit and then throw it. You'll see me do it here. But this is wide open. NFL wide open. You pick up like another, 10 yards? So, I'm staying in the Trips formations. I mean, some people just struggle against certain formations, and you should just continue to punish them. This guy just refused to deal with Trips in a way that he should. I just threw that little smoke screen out there. We picked up first down and get right back to it. He wanted to stay in a too deep high look, and it doesn't matter if you're playing cover 3 and you're dropping guys out of the box when you have so many leverage issues on the outside like that. So we just punish him over and over and over again. I believe I ran it on this play and just ran it in there, or maybe I didn't. Let's see. No, I went with the throw. Yeah, we ran the stick.